mistakes here. Uh-oh. No, no! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to actually hurt somebody. Where's she going now? You know? Oh, you moonwalk. You're fast and slippery. I shouldn't say things like that. No, chat, don't, chat. Chat, we talked about this. You're not supposed to give me away so fast. Like, you gotta, like, lead in with, like, oh, she's a great person. Like, she, like, gives to charity and occasionally commits crimes. Like, you gotta, like, soften the blow. My bloodlust cannot be satisfied. What? You know what? I'm on a murder spree. Come on. Kill that man, step on his head so it looks like an accident. Look, it's better to go to jail than to die at my hands, I would think, right? I was trying to be all cozy and like comfy for this stream today, but yet I default back to my old ways. Fuck the Aristocats. He broke his legs. I broke his legs. But truly, honestly, don't eat the Pokemon. I'm gonna be the very best. Like no one ever was. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I'm a cool kid. Right? I mean, look at me. Do I look like a cowboy person? Pew pew, shoot my guns. Howdy. Howdy, partner. Chat, tell me I'm cool. I'm bald. My dad's a scientist. He kills people. Alpaca chainsaw. I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight. I don't think this is good, is it? For the sake of this drawing, I need to know your credit card numbers and the that little 3-digit code. And the expiration date too. Just for the purposes of this drawing though. It's important. You hear how sticky it is? I'm so excited for Rice. Say you love me or I'll kill you. It got a little weird. I need to speak with your manager. These are not the droids you're looking for. I gotta give him a little razzle dazzle. That's what I give. Let me prepare myself mentally and emotionally and physically. Oh, Dark Souls time, how I hate this game. Oh, you came out of nowhere, I didn't expect to see you here, sir. Oh, Dark Souls time, it's the time of year we hate. I'm rolling around on the ground sometimes because that's the only thing I know how to do. It's a terrible time. This man has got some shields. He's got another friend, and everything is great. My girl wants to bury bodies all the time, bury all the bodies all the time. It doesn't fit quite as well. Bananas and pajamas, they slowly poison you. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Uh-oh. Do you ever just feel like sometimes you just need like a really good think and you just feel like climbing down in like an old abandoned well somewhere where like no one knows you're there and just sitting in like the darkness for like day and night with not really much food and like a very small supply of water just so you can like, you know, really think about things.
In an old abandoned well.
Yeah, you know. It was sincere. It was. I am gonna legitimately miss Clarence after I stab him and let all the air empty out of him and commend his soul into whatever balloon hell exists. Because you know Clarence isn't getting into balloon heaven. Not with the life he's led. No. It's straight to balloon hell for Clarence. Forget this haiku. It's not about that one time, with all of the blood dripping from my hands, feeling their body grow cold. It's not about that. Hope it was fun with the haikus. Oh. Very proud of you all, but what the heck is a Nevi? I am curious. Yeah, Pine was getting... I was like, what's this last word? I would have never guessed Nevi. Do you know that because you actually know what it was, Pine, or did you look it up after you typed Nevi? That's what I want to know. I'm cold. I'm very chilly. You may have looked it up. All right, what do we say? Also, Demeet, I know you're probably quite tired, so this probably, maybe you won't know. I have to have a test today in my Japanese class. I have a test every week in it, but today it is on Tadoshi and Jidoshi, and I am not ready. Transitive and intransitive verbs is what I have to be tested on today in my Japanese class, and I am not looking forward to it. Not prepared at all. It was very overwhelming last week when we got introduced to it. This class moves very quickly. Like, even like one of my other senseis, she was like, oh, what are you like working on this week in your like university course? And I was like, Jidoshi, Tadoshi, and she was like, wow, okay. She was like, this class moves fast. And I was like, yeah. So it's, yeah, quite interesting. Main focus is, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think acronyms count for the words on stream. So, is it my birthday?
No.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually
I was
obliged
gonna say,
to
it's not gonna
protect
work.
the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I don't really know if it's important.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Fair.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
The voice in the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damp air. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Sooner or later.
For stress accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
I am aware of, yeah, I was gonna say I am aware it's a plural. I'm an idiot. I was thinking mole's like the animal. Yes, mole's like a birthmark. Yeah, nevus, because you can have an ocular nevus. I wasn't thinking of it in a plural sense. Yeah, they're called nevi, ocular nevi. Yeah, so yeah, sorry. I'm with you now. Okay, that's fair. I was thinking this was like a very specific type of animal, like a very specific mole animal. I wasn't thinking about the plural of nevus. That's fair. It's been a while since I've thought about that stuff, so yeah. I think she's alive, so I'm not gonna ask that. Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Demi, I mean, I knew it was gonna be like it genuinely has been like, yeah, like I was just thinking 2 weeks ago I was like sweating, complaining about the heat, and now it's like cold. It's not that I actually prefer this weather. It's not that it's like it is currently 14 degrees to meet, so it's quite far outside of the 23. Anything from like 18 to like 21, 17 to 21 I'm pretty happy with. Below that, for like indoor, it's a little chilly for me. Outdoor it's fine, but like indoor, for it to be 15 degrees inside my apartment right now, it's a little chilly. And I think you would also say that's a little chilly for an indoor apartment setting. Like, what temperature is your apartment to meet? But you're probably curled up with a blanket in bed, or you should
That's
be.
not bad.
And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
The static drowns her response. You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. Okay, so they're not gonna tell me. I was kind of like, please don't tell me that. You like 40 for like indoors unhealthy, Pine. I'm gonna eat more of my senbei.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green. Some of the writing has faded with age.
Okay. I was just, well, actually.
Your flashlight slides. Some of the writing, the handwriting, is only the full text reads.
Okay. I was just trying to see if there's like any more info about like the password, but I guess not. Just to see if it like turned up, but maybe at some other time. We don't need to. Maybe I'll look in here because I guess I didn't explore this room thoroughly. 20, yeah, see, 22 inside, huh? Seems quite nice. Quite nice temperature. Skis with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Lamented. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Anything else around here? No. Okay.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Look, we're a mature community, Demeet. I don't know if you know this about us. Well, maybe Sammy is working on their puppet, working on their Muppet, getting things done. Look, Sammy was just, my son was being mature.
I've made a mistake. One of many.
Hey, thanks, Silver. Are you saying you made a mistake by not acting out, Silver? Yeah, see, Sammy's busy to me. Some people are being productive. You can sometimes still hear her voice. It's like almost like she's screaming something about working on a Muppet? A puppet? A Muppet? I don't know. Seems weird. I want to see this. I want to see this Muppet. I still think that might be one of the strangest questions that's ever been asked to me was, have you ever just wanted to make a Muppet of yourself? Regardless, what are you painting? I thought you were done with Halloween painting stuff. What are you painting now? Yeah, see, to me, everyone's just being productive to me. and responsible. The question is, which one did they start with and which did they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. I don't care, but I'm gonna pick number one. You 3D printed a Grinch for someone. Oh, and they asked if you would paint it. Oh, that's kind of nice.
That's a good question.
Productive, we don't know her. I know, right? Last time you were productive, you registered a novelty domain name. Yeah, and made a time clock that doesn't keep time properly with daylight savings. That's a good question, yeah. That's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure.
Not quite. You do know that there's something unusual about this company's business model.
Cheese, you're watching stream. I would count that as productivity. I think that's doing something with the first half of your day. We can pretend. No, the Japan time was correct. It was because Japan doesn't go through daylight savings time. It was the like US time zones were no longer correct on mine. They're still not correct on mine. The last I checked. They were still on like pre-daylight savings time for me. But you know what? I don't want you to be sad to me. So they're correct. They're correct. I don't want to.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
Sire, please. It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there. Just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I am in no position to give out personal opinions. The times are correct. Sure. No, Pine, don't say that. Don't say that. Demi worked very hard on those clocks. Stream is more entertaining than chores. You know what? I'll take that as a compliment. I hope I'm more entertaining than chores.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
You're not gonna coddle Demi. Pine's just hitting you with the hard truths. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Specifically the ankle bones. Yeah, right, Cheese. Demi's doing all right. Great's a bit of a statement. Demit's functioning. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further.
I like to savor the murders.
All right, chat. I'll let you vote on this. Feel free to cast votes, whichever option you think is best. I might still go my own way, but I'll let you have a vote on it. 2 meters should be good for a Muppet. I don't know. How big of a Muppet? I always feel like fabric goes much faster than you think it would. 2 meters is a fair amount, though. It's like 6 feet of fabric or so. Wow, you guys are really good at... Did you do this on purpose, Demet? Did you split this? I'm gonna say number 2. She's not to blame. It won't let you vote? Oh. Sammy, which one did you want? How about that? Did you have one you really wanted? I'm gonna probably go with number 2 just because I can't decide. Yeah, Muppet's like Kermit the Frog puppet. I was gonna say, Sammy, are you running out of fabric now? Or was it like way too much fabric? That's my question. I told you, Pine, it's like 6 feet. Number 2.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Excited gremlin. Oh, you have so much. Oh, I agree with Cheese, though. I think it's better to have too much than not enough. You could make a whole room of it. I don't know if we need that curse in this world. Yeah, time for See, make a silver podcast Muppet. Yeah. I always like having extra fabric rather than having to stretch and like really like have to question things with like trying to get every little bit of fabric to work. Cheese also, that reminded me, speaking of like small amounts of fabric. So I am trying to like work on this. I did promise to try to do like a Jessie Team Rocket cosplay, and Cheese is going to be James, and then Wendy Bird is Meowth. Which I've heard. I haven't seen anything yet, but Wendy's I think it's going to be pretty cursed. I did buy a skirt the other day for the Jessie because I've been trying to kind of look at like clothing stores just for anything that I thought like I could cheaply use. I haven't found like a shirt yet, but I don't think that'll be too hard. But I kind of like came to terms with the fact that I think finding like the skirt is going to be the tricky part. So I just was like on Amazon and just for kicks like looked up like white mini skirt, and I found one that was like super cheap, like $5, and I was like, okay, like this seems fine for like a cheap cosplay. Like I will never wear this like otherwise, this like white mini skirt or whatever. And Amazon was like, hey, based on other stuff you've ordered, like this is your size, like we think this is your size. And I was like, okay, that sounds about right, I suppose. Like usually I would maybe like size up just because I always worry, but I was like, okay, like L size, yeah, let's go. It is skin tight. So I haven't decided yet. I haven't tried to like put it on with like leggings underneath, because that it's gonna be the only option if I wear it, because otherwise it is very much not enough fabric, not thick enough, not enough fabric. But it's just like it shows everything. So if I can wear leggings under it and it like doesn't show, then I'll be fine. But otherwise I might have to go back and order like the extra large or something. Because otherwise it's fine. It's just like it's a bit not the appropriate size, we should say. Amazon lied to me, which isn't surprising, but yeah, as I say, if I have to, I can always wear pants, but I don't mind wearing the skirt. It was just I need it to be the right size, and where it's not showing like every bit of me and anything I'm wearing underneath. Oh, you already have it already? Oh, Cheese Quiz, you're on it. You're on it. Yeah, we have to figure out what we're gonna like, how we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna all like take pictures and then just like Photoshop the pictures together, or if we're gonna like maybe we can do like a stream. We can like coordinate our streams. Wendy doesn't stream, but like I feel like Cheese and we could do something where we're like somehow tag teaming Team Rocket style or something. How expensive would it be to ship a Muppet to Japan? Probably more expensive than you want it to be. More expensive than it's worth. Yeah, you got lucky with that. That's why I keep looking for like the secondhand stuff. I'm like, maybe I will stumble across something really good. I just need basically like the white crop top tee, and I just need to make it with like the R. I just need to like make the top essentially, and possibly rebuy the bottoms because I don't know if I can get away with the ones I have. How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself. It does need tearing down.
It does need tearing down. If you make one and put it in chat, you bet you're gonna go for, what am I gonna do with it? No, it's no curse. I mean, I don't. That's the thing, is anyone ever comes over to my house and they just see this like puppet version of me, I just think that's a little terrifying. Oh yeah, I still need that licorice. I want that licorice.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Oh jeez, she's going crazy.
To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
I don't know, chat, should we lie to her, or should we like, I think she's, I don't know if we should encourage this. Like, I don't think we should enable her. She says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. Or do we lie? The source is in the taxidermy shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. There's another entity, more malignant, puddling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Yeah, I mean, Hippophine, you're not totally wrong. I will do like white lies if it is like has a good purpose, but I feel like with this lady, but I also think if we say number one, she's just gonna like not believe us. I think she's way too like sunk into her false narrative. So but I don't want to lie. I'm not gonna lie and say it's like the taxidermies thing. I think that's a bad. Is it enabling or comforting? I think it's enabling. I don't think it's good to encourage unhealthy behaviors in people. I'd kind of like number 4 because I feel like that's sort of hinting that they're at the truth, where there's like this bad, I don't want to say like mafia style character, but I do think there's some bad characters who are kind of pulling the strings, puppet masters, if you will. But I could also just play it off and say that we don't have an answer. There still needs to be followed. I'll put it to a vote again. I'm just curious what you all think. So feel free to pass a vote on this one as well. Hi, Kate Evolution. Oh, I hope you're having a good evening or good morning. I can't remember your time zone. I'm sorry. But I hope you're doing well. Feel free to lurk, get some rest if you need to. I know when I just get home, I'm like, I just want to chill. You guys are 50-50 on everything, aren't you, today? Everyone's just splitting all these. Okay. 7 p.m. Okay. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I mean, that's a split as well. 33, 33, 33. Okay, between number 3 and number 4. Do I remember the psychic John Edwards that was on TV for a while that claimed to talk to dead relatives? Among the people that didn't believe he was real, half said it was fine because it made the mourners feel better, and others were a hard note for lying and taking advantage. Cheese hasn't been voting. Cheese. That's why we keep having ties. It's okay though. Yeah, I have like, I guess I'm in the like, I think it's not fair to take advantage of people's like grief. But I also am somebody where like I don't believe in that stuff. So for me, I see it as taking advantage of people. Number 2 it is. No, not you're gonna do that word. I think for me it's because I get really upset because actually I just had this conversation with somebody. So it's gonna be a small tangent, not a circle level tangent, but a little bit of a tangent. Coming from the medical world, especially because I was like a tertiary doctor, meaning that like I was often the last end of the line for some patients, where I was dealing with people who were blind and visually impaired, and a lot of times I was the person where I was kind of like the last hope for some people, because doctors sort of like avoided saying the hard truths, and like rather than telling somebody, look, there's no coming back from this, you were blind, you need to go see this specialist who will teach you how to like live with your blindness, they would say stuff like, oh, like go see this specialist, maybe she can like let you see again, which is like very frustrating because it's not true for almost every case. But anyway, the thing I really get upset with though is when you have like these health charlatans who try to sell these cures and things that essentially can delay treatments for people who need them, that can postpone people getting the appropriate care that they need or coming to terms with their loss or like their change of lifestyle, things like that. That's where I get furious, because those people are absolutely just taking people's money. Somebody I know recently is kind of being duped by that. It's not somebody it's like a friend of a friend, so I have like no room to actually like intercede and I don't know. I basically said if this person brings it up in front of me, I'm going to tell them what I feel, but it's not something where I'm going to like